And the title of the stream is Pretty Sarcastic, Becoming an AI Expert Before I Hit 3, oh, actually 1 million subscribers. So we are live on YouTube, we are live on Instagram, and then X, and also Kick. So the purpose is to learn about AI and to learn in public and to share with all of you guys. On Instagram, it's just me in the video, not the screen. But I'll try to figure that out if we can show the screen as well. Yeah, let's keep it that way. So Instagram is also figured out. As for TikTok, actually, I couldn't find the live button on TikTok. For that, I have to do the live from desktop. For that, I also need an approval already from TikTok. I need to submit an application, then I'll be able to, well, basically do live streams on TikTok in the vertical format, you see, guys. So now, since we started the live stream, I have to post it on my X as well. So let us go over here. This is the live stream link of the live stream. So we started at like 2 days ago with 333 subscribers on YouTube, and now we are at 339. That is some progress, very little progress, but we'll let the progress compound over time. And let us just post over here. Today is the day 3 of becoming, or should I write like I wanna become an AI expert before I hit 1 million subs on YouTube. Pretty confident that I will, and got a, oh ho, the post was sent. Okay, no, it isn't sent. So let's see if we can will find it in the drafts. Yes, okay. So it wasn't sent, and got a pace up. Below is the link to day 3 live stream. So this isn't like the best post, but I'll just put it out there. Yeah, that I think is fine. Earlier, I was checking out Manus in 2025. They kickstarted the agentic era. They were among the earlier ones, and should I rather say that the pioneers. And recently Meta just got their $2 billion deal blocked by China to acquire Manus. They already had acquired, but there is some Chinese organization, they deemed it, well uh, not complying with the rules and regulations. Anyways, let us close this one. Let's close this tab as well. Let's close this one as well. There's a lot of people in my X inbox pretending to be Elon Musk, and that is super sarcastic, guys. Insane. So the purpose is to learn about AI, whatever is happening in the world of AI. I want to know about it, cover it, and to share it with you guys as well. So I just came across this news. This relates to how AI is being used in the sports. So this update basically says that artificial intelligence is now playing a major role at Getafe and the results are scary. What is Getafe? Let us search that one. Getafe FC. So they play in La Liga, the top tier of the Spanish league. So, like, it's not as known as Madrid or Barcelona teams, but if they are using AI, I suppose that those bigger teams are using it at a way higher level. And the results are scary. Okay, let's see how scary. Points per game have jumped from 0.89 to 1.37, with the club now sitting at 6th in La Liga. Interesting, guys. More power to you. AI is used daily as an extra assistant coach, providing tactical insights, hidden patterns, and real time data during matches. Wow. Real time data during matches. This, I think, is revolutionary. The staff even use three live tablets on the touchline, tracking tactics, physical data, and a victory dashboard showing how close they are to beating the opponent. Oof. Player can also receive detailed AI reports days before games to anticipate opponents' moves. This is pretty interesting, guys. Let us search on internet if there is some news related to this, or if we can find the use of AI by other teams. Okay. So artificial intelligence usage in football. I would like to see how other teams are using AI. So there's a article from Barcelona. They have this website Barca Innovation Hub. I'm not a robot. Come on, let me in. Disagree. No cookies. Okay, risks and benefit of AI use in football. Let's see if there's something interesting. Years ago, it might have seemed unthinkable, but football has been one of these sports. Why is it not zooming in? Anyways, that has most integrated artificial intelligence into its operations to the extent that substantial changes have occurred in business model. What was possibly the most logistically complicated and simultaneously crucial aspects for team performance scouting is now automated. As this presents a different picture, like as if AI is rooted into the current workflows of managing a football team. Long trips and sometimes unreliable reports are no longer necessary. Now, millions of objective data points are sifted through to match the needs of each squad. Okay. Meanwhile, in day to day operations, this seems interesting, guys. Actually, through AI data processing, clubs can monitor their players to reduce the risk of injuries. External load, distance covered, acceleration, and internal load biomarker metabolites are measured, and decision is backed by unprecedented information compared to not long ago. The same applies during the matches. AI applications gather the information on tactics and movement, allowing for much broader study of opponents. Ah, key risks. Let's see what risks they are highlighting. The black box effect refers to the phenomenon where the algorithms are so complex that it becomes difficult to interpret. Black box effect. I'm also keeping a glossary of terms, so we need to well read through this, understand this, and I'll put it in the uh, other file that I have where I have the glossary of terms. The black box effect refers to the scenario where you know the inputs and outputs of a system, but the internal Processes are hidden, overly complex, or entirely unknown. It originated in engineering and is applied to multiple fields with distinct meaning. In AI, machine learning and AI black box model processes inputs like customer data into output like loan approval through complex internal calculation. The problem, even developers cannot explain why or how the AI reached a specific conclusion. This causes issues with accountability, trust, bias detection, and legal compliance. Experts are developing explainable AI, XAI. What a name to have. What a term we have come across. It's like XAI, X as in Twitter, which aims to provide transparency and insight into these complex algorithms. So, if AI has reached a conclusion and the developers cannot explain why or how AI reached a specific conclusion, then this is definitely a big issue. So, let's copy this and let us go and paste it into the glossary of terms that I'm keeping as this is going to be really helpful in future and even now for well revising black box effect. Let me paste without formatting. Yes, let's remove these. So these are all the terms that we came across in the 3 days that I needed to understand. And now we have the black box effect in this as well. Coming back to the Barca article, the black box effect refers to the phenomenon where algorithms are used are so complex that it becomes difficult to interpret them. Okay. When AI provided information affects individual, whether by playing fewer minutes or being released from the club at the end of the season, it must be ensured that these decisions are objective. So such decisions would be based on information provided by AI that should be fair and equitable. Okay, club must be able to justify their trust in AI. And well, if the black box effect persists or is present, then club will not have a confidence in how their AI came to a certain decision. Another identified issues in inherent bias. AI is as a reflection of human knowledge also inherits its flaws. Multiple cases have been detected where AI became discriminatory. This problem primarily affects the providers, but it will be the responsibility of clubs to monitor their AI system to ensure biases are not perpetuated. Okay, this is pretty interesting to know that AI, although it well takes from the human knowledge, but it also inherits the flaws of the humans as well. That is interesting. Furthermore, clubs will need to make efforts to strengthen cybersecurity. What do we have over here? On August 22, 2026, European Union's Artificial Intelligence Act will come into effect. EU's Artificial Intelligence Act will come into effect. Although clubs have been advised to implement mandatory measures sooner, fine can amount up to 35 million or 7% of companies' turnover in the previous financial year. Hmm. In the EU, distinctions are made primarily among four types of risks. Unacceptable when AI threatens fundamental rights with systems that exploit vulnerabilities. High, this is second category. Also delicate for clubs, including biometric systems. In football, this level of danger could include AI decisions regarding players' continuity or transfers. Limited, this concerns only transparency requirements such as informing users that they are interacting with an AI. Minimal or non-existent spam filters, conversation bot like Siri or algorithms used in product recommendation engines. So these are the four type of risks that EU has classified, and once they go into effect, the football uh, teams will also have to take all of this into account. Hmm. They have to, well, counter the risks in their own capacities. If they are unable to do so, then they could face fines up to 35 million euros or like 7% of the last year's turnover. Let's go to Google and see another website to understand how AI is, well, helping in sports. Analytics has helped pave the way for the rise of AI. Vast amount of data is now collected in football, with thousands of data points recorded for each match. Type of data being collected has also become more complex. Only a few years ago, football data was entirely event data about what players did with the ball, such as number of passes. Data was collected and trained analysts who would watch the video footage of match. Okay, focusing on event data is limited. Okay, guys, so previously data was kind of not as integrated as it is these days. This is what I'm learning from this. And what else are they saying? How referees are using AI to make better decisions. Refereeing decisions have long been one of the most controversial areas of the game. When a bad decision costs a team in a crucial match, it lives long in the memory. Uh-huh. Semi-automated offside technology. So the offside technology, we definitely see that in use. It's a new ecosystem that uses 12 cameras around the stadium to track the position of the ball and each player 50 times per second. Interesting, guys. So there's a whole system of sensors behind this. A sensor placed in the match ball records the exact moment when it is kicked. So in the match balls, there are sensors. As this is very interesting. When the system detects an offside, it sends an alert to the VAR officials. They can then check the video footage to confirm whether or not it was offside. Hmm. So we could go on and on. However, the fact is that the teams are adopting AI and it's enhancing their performance. Like in case of Getafe, their points per game jumped significantly, and now they improved their position in the La Liga leaderboards. And then they also mentioned the other uses of the AI as assistant coach and also sharing them daily reports. So this is, guys, interesting. Now you let me know down in the comments if you also find the use of AI in sports to be interesting, or do you think it's kind of cheating using all of this during the match? It would be interesting to see your thoughts down in the comments. Let's go back from here and let's see what else is happening in the world of AI. Japan. See, guys, I already made one video. I'll be posting it on the channel. You see, this robot was doing work and then it waved to this guy over here. As you see, it's gonna wave. So in future, I think there's gonna be talks on how to ethically and morally well behave with the robots. You see, these robots are gonna be training on the interactions with humans, and this is gonna set the foundation for the next generation of robots, so humanoid robots. So I think this these sorts of interactions have to be ethical. These interactions need to be good actually. So there should be talks on ethics of owning a humanoid robot or dealing with the humanoid robot. What do you think about that? I think this is a very novel and interesting concept. So this is a video from somewhere in China where robots have been used in warehouses, packaging warehouses. Looks like my tab is slow. Now the bad thing with the X algorithm is that if you like something, then it actually spams your whole feed with that sort of stuff. So I usually look for AI related news and stuff, and I like the robotics ones, and now it's robotics everywhere. See, this is not what I want, guys. Max Blade, this guy is also doing live streams on X and YouTube, and I think lately on TikTok as well. So pretty well devoted person who's on a mission. Is building products and shipping them for the products are related to for content creators actually. This seems kind of interesting. Anthropic just officially surpassed OpenAI in revenue for the first time. Guys, we thought OpenAI was the big one, but this post says that Anthropic just surpassed OpenAI. I'm gonna check it on the internet, and it says like nobody is talking about how insane this is. January 2025, Anthropic annual recurring revenue 1 billion. In April 2026, Anthropic's annual recurring revenue is 30 billion. 1 billion to 30 billion in 15 months. OpenAI sits at 24 billion. Company built by the people who left OpenAI just lapped it. So, guys, Dario Amodei and his sister and some other executives of Anthropic, they actually used to work in OpenAI before. Here's what makes it even more remarkable. Anthropic did this spending 4 times less on model training than OpenAI. OpenAI has 900 million. Hmm, let me zoom it in a bit. OpenAI has 900 million weekly active users, most of them paying nothing. Anthropic has 300,000 business customers, 80% of revenue is enterprise. This is a completely different business model. Okay, guys, seems like, well, Anthropic is rising continuously in terms of their annual recurring revenue. We need to look for this news on the internet as well. We need to monitor the situation. So here's one post on LinkedIn, but this is from 3 weeks ago. This one is from April. Okay, interesting. So the news is old, but anyways, the thing is that now this is very widely known that Anthropic has surpassed OpenAI in their annual recurring revenue. I actually came across one news earlier, like a couple of weeks ago, where the CFO of OpenAI said that the calculations being done by Anthropic to uh, well account for their annual recurring revenue is not correct. I'll try to see if I can come across that news again. So, OpenAI CFO debunks Anthropic ARR, annualized run rate, or okay. See this one. OpenAI CFO raises concern over Sam Altman's 2026 IPO. So this is related to Sam Altman and OpenAI, but I'm looking for the news for Anthropic. So this one article for Forbes, this might well clear this up. So it says that Anthropic and OpenAI count revenue differently, and investors are looking into it. The core difference. The distinction centers on how each company handles revenue that flows through hyperscaler partnerships and Shoy, a partner at Khosla Ventures. OpenAI reports revenue. Oh, wait a second, guys. Let me figure out the screen. OpenAI reports its revenue from its Microsoft Azure's partnership on a net basis, deducting the roughly 20% revenue share paid to Microsoft before reporting the total. Anthropic, by contrast, reports revenue from its AWS and Google Cloud partnerships on a gross basis, including the hyperscaler's revenue share in its top line figure before expenses are recognized. Okay, so the revenue they get from AWS and Google Cloud partnerships, they are counting that. But the thing is that on the other hand side, they also have expenses to provide those services. Is that what it means? Uh, let's read further, then it will be clarified. If Anthropic adopted the same net reporting convention as OpenAI, its reported revenue would be meaningfully lower. Choi wrote that on a comparable basis, Anthropic will be materially lower in revenue relative to current disclosures. We need to understand this. I'm gonna take it to Grok, which is one of the best AI models, and I've been using it to help me understand stuff. The mode I'm gonna use is fast. It's super fast actually. You are gonna see it over here. I forgot to tell it to explain it to me. So I would tell it to explain it to me in simple terms. Let's see what it gives us. So this is gonna help us in understanding this. OpenAI's way. Customer pays $100 for Lemonade. You immediately give your partner Microsoft 20% of their $20 share. You only report $80 as your revenue. Cleaner, small looking number on your sales report. Anthropic way. Customer pays $100 for Lemonade. You report the full 100 as your revenue. Later, you record 20 you owe to partners as an expense. Bigger looking sales number upfront. Anthropic's headline revenue number, like they claimed 30 billion plus run rate, look larger than OpenAI's 34 billion ish because of this difference. Yeah. So the thing is that OpenAI reports the revenue after Microsoft and other hyperscalers have taken their cut, and they report the remaining one, the net. This is like net revenue. However, Anthropic, it reports the gross revenue, like the full one, and then they pay Amazon and Google for their services. So this is how it works, and I hope that you would have also, well, been clarified on this. I also think like this is okay to say that they have surpassed OpenAI's um, ARR, annualized run rate, but the thing is that it is now widely known that they are counting the revenue in different ways. So this is what we need to keep in mind, and we do not have to be swayed away by the numbers that we see. We need to fact check the things and be more, well, realistic, and be more inquisitive and curious about what's going on so that these companies don't play us. Okay. Google is now sitting at an estimated 230 billion in unrealized gains from its investment in Anthropic and SpaceX. Oh, interesting. See, guys, a lot of news related to robotics. This seems actually interesting news. Anthropic released new connectors to Claude, focused on creative work. New connectors include Adobe Creative Cloud, Ableton, Splice, Canva, Affinity, SketchUp, Resolume, Autodesk, Fusion, and Blender. Blender one is actually huge, guys. So these connectors seem to be revolutionary, guys. Once you are able to uh, well connect them with Claude, a lot of the workload is gonna be handled by Claude, but on the face, the results that you need, they are gonna be presented in the connectors that you are gonna be using. So Claude will be able to do all the heavy lifting for you. This is actually really interesting. I think we need to well go through these videos. Let's watch them together. Let us watch these videos together, guys. So, guys, this definitely means that if you are using any of these tools, you'd be definitely able to reduce your workload, and a lot of tedious, monotonous work is gonna be handled by Claude. So we also need to look at this video. Oof. Guys, all of this is very promising. I think I need to take this to Grok and ask it to explain it for us. It does a very good job. Let us take it over here and I will ask it to explain it to us. Okay, let me put it over here. Explain why this matters. So, using the fast version, like I showed you earlier, Anthropic released new connectors for Claude. These are direct integrations that let Claude work inside popular creative softwares. And the list of new connectors include Adobe Creative Cloud, Ableton, Splice. Okay. Why this matters? This is something that we need to read, guys, and understand. Claude can now understand what's happening inside these programs. You can talk to Claude in a natural language, and it can edit images, videos in Photoshop, Premiere, generate or fix 3D models in Blender or Fusion. Guys, this is pretty insane. Generate or fix 3D models in Blender or Fusion. The last video that we saw, it's also kind of that. Automate repetitive tasks, batch edit, export, etc. Give advice based on official documentation of the tool. Write scripts plugin inside the app. In plain terms, instead of Claude being just a smart chatbot you talk to separately, it becomes a helper that lives inside your creative tools. Guys, this is insane. This makes work real faster for designers, musicians, 3D artists, and video editors. So, Anthropic is pushing into the professional creative workflows, and the future seems to be bright. And the thing is that the creative people are gonna be able to save a lot of time here, and they are gonna be using natural language, like as in talking to the AI, talking to Claude here, and it will be able to carry out the tasks, and it's basically gonna do the heavy lifting. And this is, guys, pretty insane. I think this is one of the biggest news of the day. And along with that, I think I need to end the live stream right now. And you know why, guys? I could go on and on. I usually spend 3 4 hours a day researching AI related stuff and everything. But right now it's 3:17 a.m. I got to sleep a bit. Tomorrow I have to go to work as well. So gotta get some sleep. And you people have to let me know down in the comments if you found this live to be helpful. I'm on a journey to learn about AI, and I'm learning publicly. I'm not claiming to be an expert, and I sarcastically put the name of the stream as becoming an AI expert before I reach 1 million subscribers. So this is kind of really insane, guys, and I look forward to connecting with all of you down in the comments. And if you have watched till here, I salute you. We are gonna be at the frontiers of AI developments, and the best part is we are talking about it now. We are early to the game, and we are gonna capitalize on it big time, guys. I'm with you, and I hope you are with me. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and let's connect down in the comments. Thank you so much.